So Mentorix asked me to spend an hour or so talking about DevOps. I'm not an expert on anything. If I'm an expert on anything, it's from my background, which is very much ITIL and service management based. But I got really interested in DevOps a few years back when I realized that I'd been doing it back in the 1980s. And I was brought in as a business expert and then got involved in the specification for a stores scheme. Then I ran it, and then I wrote COBOL programs to deliver more stuff onto it, and supported it and trained people and did everything. There were 4 of us doing everything. And every time somebody describes DevOps, it sounds like what we were doing in the 80s, and I got interested and then started doing training courses and evangelizing for that, because I think it is very much, it have a lot to offer for everybody. So that's really what I want to talk about. Obviously, Mentorix as a training company are very keen to reflect the training course we deliver, and I shall talk specifically about what that training course gives and why it's a good idea, and also put some of my personal thoughts in about how I deliver it, how I try and explain things, and why I think it's a good thing. Okay, so what we're going to talk about, as I said, an overview of one of the DevOps courses out there, and I'll expand on what I mean by one of and talk about who some of the others are in a moment. The approach and the contents, and specifically the kind of things that DevOps does and offers and facilitates that make it advantageous for organizations to start using it. And I've picked out there, because let's get it right up front, the key things that really seem to make the difference to me are about the concept of a wide-ranging team and the empowerment of that team. So it's not enough just to say we're going to do DevOps now. I've seen organizations that think they've done DevOps because they've taken the plaque off the door that said development team, and they've replaced it with a new plaque that says DevOps team. You actually have to deliver power to the team to make the difference. And the other thing that I love particularly about DevOps is that it doesn't try to reinvent wheels or do things that have already been done. It specifically does not want to introduce new or alternative ways of doing things that already work. So it's about using what's out there and making it work together. So that's really the key of what I want to address. And as I said, and as Nikolai mentioned, you're going to get talk from me, but also hopefully we're going to get opinions and views and such like from yourselves. Disagreements just as welcome as agreements, because they always give us an opportunity to discuss. So I'm going to tell you a bit about what the course says and a few slides from the course and a few of my own. And I'm going to tell you what I think and how maybe an example, as it were, of how I deliver that course. And it tends to be through analogies and examples. So I know apologies for that. It's worked for me for the past 50 years or so I'm not going to change it now. So please do get involved. Webinars are strange things because I'm sitting here talking and I can quite happily sit here and talk for the next hour, but you're never quite sure that there's still anybody out there listening. And it wouldn't be the first time that I've had the internet drop on me. And haven't discovered for 10 minutes because I just kept talking. So occasional feedback, questions, just a smiley face in the react button is always appreciated, just to make me confident there are still some people out there and I'm not completely wasting my time. And I hope I'm not going to waste yours as well. Oh, thank you. Okay.